cost a lot of money. And it's so much. You wanna do a deal?
Hello and welcome to the Holy Hour Podcast. It's the bi-weekly all-cure podcast. I'm Gavin. I'm joined by Chaz and Antonio. And welcoming back our favorite fellow podcaster. How's it going, Scott? Welcome.
What's up, nerds? How's it going?
Doing good. Good to have you back on the show for this
Good to be here.
Very topical, hot issues, topics. So we're here to talk tickets, ticket talk, and tour plans. So yeah, it's but beforehand, I do want to congratulate Scott from the Sarlacc Digest. You guys just had your 200th episode fairly recently, so congrats, man! Awesome
Thanks.
show. And, yeah, always.
We haven't imploded yet. It's all still good.
It's all good.
Excellent.
Any podcast that makes it to the 200 mark, you know, it's something special. Usually they all fizzle out like at episode 8 or 12.
Yeah.
So we're all in it for the long haul at this point. So yeah, great to have you back. And, you know, this was one that we were wanting to get out fast. So I might even double this up and get it out depending on, because I know everyone's going to hopefully just want to put all the ticket mess behind them as soon as possible and start just focusing on being excited for the Cure Big here.
We don't want to open up any wounds.
Yeah,
later
exactly.
on.
By the time this comes out, everyone's going to feel real.
Sure, because people on the internet don't like to dwell on things at all.
No, yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I have to choose my words carefully because there's a lot of emotions flying out there as far as like people ready to fucking slit some throats. Other people are already celebrating that this is going to be the greatest year of their life. So I don't want to sound braggy or bash too hard or any of that stuff. But we're here to just basically share our times. But we thought the coolest way we could do this maybe is to kind of walk through the whole process and throw in our 2 cents as everything unfolded in the timeline, relive the trauma of buying tickets, and let's see where it goes and see what we have to look forward to. Something I have kept hearing online is people being like, this has just been such a mess. The whole ticket buying experience used to be so fun for Cure shows. And I'm like, was it ever?
No.
I never enjoyed buying a Cure ticket ever. Even as a kid, you know, the very first one, I think I had my first panic attack as a high schooler trying to get that damn first Cure ticket. And I did a whole early episode on it, I think for the 2016 tour. I just went through each one and how awful each experience was. And this one might be right up there, you know, but yeah. So
my first one wasn't that bad. Because I was working at the music store and we had a Ticketmaster kiosk and we always took care of ourselves before we let the people in.
Yeah, I always suspected that was going on.
It was.
Nice.
Trust me.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I knew people that, you know, I'd be like, I'm just going to get on the back of this line, print out the tickets for me, and then I'll eventually come in.
It would start, tickets would go on sale and there would be a 5-minute or a 2-minute buffer where we just go 2 tickets. We'd pull them all out of the way and we'd sort them out later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
nice.
Yeah, for the swing tour, we slept on the sidewalk. We did the whole thing like that, you know, the night before. And as soon as the doors, it was like almost time. I'm like, those fuckers are printing up their own tickets right now. I could hear them.
Guaranteed. They will all lie and say it didn't happen, but they're lying.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I don't understand what people like. I don't understand what they want to go back to other than like waiting in line.
Yeah.
All night long. Like there's like, I don't know of any other way this could have been done to be more fair to as many fans as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels, you know, when you don't get them and you know, that you're always going to feel cheated and it's always going to seem like bullshit. And in a sense it is, but you could always do what you could do. You know, the phone was the same way when you're on hold the whole day, you know, and, you know, I've jokingly said, go back to the actual paper tickets. 'Cause then it's like, all right, we got this paper ticket. If some guy wants to sell it for $3,000 and you want to buy it, cool. It is a little more cut and dry, you know. But at the same time, you know, let's be honest. You got the internet. It's never gonna happen. But yeah, it's hard to know what the solution is as we walk through this. I don't think, you know, that's kind of my bottom line. I want to say over and over is it's been great that Robert's fighting on with Taylor Swift side by side. You know, and it's all like. Ultimately, it isn't up to fucking Robert Smith to figure this out. It's not his job. It's great that he is doing this, but at the same time, it's like somebody's got to step up at some point and try to fix something because this is. And I
do like that at least he's trying. I mean, he's taking an active role in it. Yeah, I mean, we were talking a little bit beforehand that Eddie Vedder tried it in the 90s and it damn near destroyed him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, Robert Smith holds some sway.
Totally, yeah. And like, I love these tweets. This is like the most like back-to-back correspondence we've heard from Robert like ever. I think. Like as far as like, whoa, new news. Usually he'll just say something and we don't hear from him for 6 months or something, you know. But...
Right, and I love it though the fact that like he's like, I was on the phone with Ticketmaster, not like you know, our agent is trying to work it out. No, he's like, motherfucker.
This is Robert. I like to talk to somebody in charge there. This is Robert Smith. It's like, no, come on. Seriously,
it's really fucking him. It's really him on the phone. He wants $10 for everybody.
I feel like Ticketmaster has like this, like a Batman phone that when it rings and it's like directly the artist, they're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, who the fuck is like, how do you have a direct line to call them? You know what I mean? I swear there's a bat phone in there.
A little red phone that just lights up.
Yeah, and it lights up red, and they're like, hello?
Yeah. Like, oh shit, is it Taylor Swift? It's like, no, even worse, it's Robert Smith of the Cure. Oh no.
I love the headlines that everybody's saying. Ticketmaster pissed off the wrong goth.
Yeah. It's cool. Seeing them on like CNN and shit, you know, they're all like,
Well, I mean, we have a problem, and not to get political, but we have a problem in this country with monopolies and our government not wanting to do anything about them. And it's just not Ticketmaster. It goes a lot of different places, but Ticketmaster is the one that we rely on entertainment for, and we shouldn't. We should have multiple companies all across the country that handle this, and it shouldn't be one, and they should stand up. And if it takes Robert Smith to start that, because obviously Taylor Swift didn't do enough. Like like the Depeche Mode tickets and like a whole bunch of other stuff that happened. It's like, obviously it didn't do enough. And so hopefully Robert set like some sort of standard, because I don't know if it has something to do with him being in England and like him just saying, I'll withhold my talents, like from, from your profits, you know? So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I didn't think that he had this kind of sway.
You know, he and Taylor Swift and those, they're such big names, even though I know, you know, the Cure hasn't put out anything that's really put them in the eye of the public very much. You know, we're the people that'll end up paying the tickets. There's not paying for the tickets. There's not a whole lot of new fans running up and buying tickets because of albums. Right. But if he's got this much power, he could easily say, well, we'll just do it on our own, or we'll go with somebody else. And Ticketmaster, you know, what's Ticketmaster going to do? If Taylor Swift had the guts to do that and say, you know what, I'm going to go someplace else, I bet you things would change really fast.
But then the problem is though, it's again that's where the dangerous line is, because they own some of the venues that these musicians need to play. And then that's where it's like crazy. But you know what though, even though you're right, like you said, they haven't put out tons of new albums. Are they gaining new fans? I mean, they are, because I mean, we're you know, I'm staring at a screen of a bunch of guys who also have kids that love the Cure, like my kids, like you know. So and now we're passing on, but also in the last year, I've bought a Cure sweatshirt at H&M and the fucking Cure t-shirt I'm wearing right now is from Urban Outfitters. So
really,
that's why that reach is so huge, because he's a fucking icon, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Topic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Well, I mean, they're the originators of that shit, but
but still, it's available.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy. Like, you can just go to the mall and it's just hanging there, you know, like as crazy as it is. And so there's still something to be said about, you know, what
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Robert Smith. You know, so now he's got that little title. It seems to be popping up. So,
but I can't imagine being a fan of the next big band that's going to go on tour and just getting fucked by Ticketmaster for no reason, and then you see Robert Smith like working for his fans to come see him like at the most affordable prices. You know, we can debate that, but you know, the most affordable prices, and your icon is, you know, I don't know what they're doing. They just don't care. What is it? Like, they do not care.
Yeah. And it'd be so easy too, you know, like just as bands like, it's out of my hands, you know.
Oh yeah,
you know.
That's kind of what Depeche Mode did. Depeche Mode just kind of said, you know, this is what it is. It is what it is. Hey.
Yeah. Right. Well, their whole thing is like, I know your country is a bunch of greedy morons. I mean, they've been very vocal about that. So they're just like, well, I mean, like, what do you want me to do? I can't control what goes on there. They just kind of threw their hands up. You know?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's start from the beginning, because there's a lot of funny little nuggets we can drop in as we go through the whole process here. And, you know, we can take a vote at the end if this is the best way or not, if this is always a win for the Cure or not, and where we all stand. Yes.
This is the
way. But it all began, you know, we touched that the imminent news was coming for about 3 weeks, months. How long was that imminent news? It seemed like a lifetime.
Couple weeks.
A couple of weeks of imminent news. Then just about 2 weeks back on the Monday, March 6th, we got the make sure you're signed up for the mailing list, which was like, okay, so some kind of pre-sale code would be my guess, you know, at that point. And
did we all sign up multiple times? I know I did.
Yeah.
I signed my wife up.
Yeah, for that one. Because that one was just the mailing list. Yeah, I signed up every damn X-band email I have, every failed project I've ever had an email for. There's been a lot. And so, we got, because I thought it was just going to be like a pre-sale code, and then you could use whatever device and all that. So we got that. And then March 9th, Thursday, the day after my birthday, it was almost the perfect birthday gift from Robert. They dropped the email with the actual tour dates in there. I had stayed up way too late. I cracked that bottle of wine right at 11 o'clock when Sarlacc Digest started, and I said, fuck it, it's not like the Cure's going to send a real important email with a lot of rules and regulations in the morning. So chopped tensing off, and then I was like, oh shit, oh, my head's killing me. What? I got to register? What? So that email was awesome because it had all the actual dates, but then it had the start of you need to register with some of the rules in there. But before we get into the rules, how did you guys feel about the actual cities and stuff? We haven't had much of the chaos ensued so fast after that. Are you happy with the path that they're going? 30 shows around U.S. and Canada. Nothing in Mexico, though. So there's not one of those. But
I think it's a good start. I honestly think that they, you know, as fast as this sold out, I think that they could definitely do with opening up a couple of other dates. That'd be great. For me, the closest is the Hollywood Bowl, and the Hollywood Bowl fucking sucks, man. It just getting in there to park and oh my God, it's a nightmare. But you know, it is, they have a history there. So
yeah. They didn't skip a lot of the ones like they had in 2016, like we were worried about with like Boston and stuff. Had gotten in Philly, right? It gotten skipped in 2016.
Yeah, they did.
North Carolina, of course, the entire state got skipped, so that sucked. I was like, what the hell?
what the fuck? Like, that's really weird. Like from Maryland to Georgia
to Atlanta, which is weird though, because I kind of wasn't totally surprised by that, just because they usually do hit Charlotte pretty regularly, and they even filmed that one for the 2008 And then when they played in 2016, that was that weird one where they did the singles only. It was almost like they got the vibe that it was like Banker City. Everyone's just a bunch of greatest hits fans, like somebody tipped them off or something. Yeah. And it didn't sell out, I don't think. It was like one of the few ones that didn't sell out or something. So I wonder if they're just like, yeah, fuck it this time and skipped it, So I was like, that was like the closest, most convenient one, but oh well.
They kind of did the same thing on the West Coast too, because there's nothing between San Francisco and Seattle.
Yeah, nothing in Vegas, nothing, because I was thinking for me Vegas is easier than Los Angeles, believe it or not. But it just because I live in the middle of nowhere, but it just nothing in Vegas, nothing in Nevada at all.
I'm not a big fan of the 3 dates in New York. I kind of think that could be spread out. Like I think there's other places you could go.
Yeah, like they could have done the Prudential Center in Jersey, like one of those nights,
or Albany or something like that, or something in New York or even Western Pennsylvania. I mean, Ohio got one, Chicago only got one night, which is really kind of,
that's crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, I would picture 2 at least there. So
like even Depeche Mode, like they're doing New York twice, but at the opposite ends of the tour, and one's MSG and one's Barclay. They could have looped back around. It is a small tour.
Yeah,
they definitely could add a lot more dates.
The same thing, and maybe they will still tack a few on here or there or something. But at the same time, too, I was kind of like, I wonder if he scaled it back a little on purpose, because that Euro one was fucking intense. What was that, like 44 shows or something? And then just at the tail end, they did kind of almost stagger across the finish line when he got sick and had that scare and stuff. It was almost, different times, and that was just kind of a fluke. I think just caught a cold or something. But like, you kind of wonder, they are up there at their age, you're kind of like, well, maybe we should just knock it down to like 30, play it a little safer.
What if this is all a precursor to an album drop?
Yeah.
And then after an album drop in July, maybe they'll come back around.
Yeah, it could be a whole other round world or something.
But here we go again with album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they sold out 23 concerts in a matter of probably. I mean, if you broke down the time, if like people didn't have to wait for emails and stuff, it was probably within a half hour to an hour.
And we're about a week away almost now, and his last tweet or whatever that went out, I think was the most recent one. He said that the whole tour is about 99% sold out.
Yeah. And all those seats are like behind the stage.
Yeah, they're all shit. So nosebleed ones. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I even had my doubts. I was like, they're not gonna sell out the whole fucking tour in like a week. There's no but yeah.
Here we are.
And we would have bought more tickets too. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, we're
like
still
people are still hungry for the tickets. So
I think they could definitely add shows.
Yeah. Cool. And there's also Twicket, just to put that out there to everyone. There's that Twicket site.
Yeah.
That's for fair resale. If you want to buy a ticket for face value, if people bought extra tickets, like and you don't want to sell them back to Ticketmaster, you can do it on there, and you would get face value for somebody else. I saw one ticket up for sale for MSG on Wednesday.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, if there was 2, I'd grab them right away, but there weren't. So
I have one big lingering question that maybe you guys can help me on here, and maybe I'll tack it onto the end of this next bit where I re-explain, because I'm documenting this for prosperity's sake.
Yeah, sorry. We just
no problem.
Keep going
I know. We keep veering
this
off.
will never happen again, so I want people to listen back to this episode going, wow, that was a crazy experience. But no, so the process of like when it all went down, you had to basically register, right? And we had a couple days to play it, so that was nice. But you had to register as a verified fan. And like most people, we tried to register with a whole bunch, but you really are registering based on phone numbers and stuff, because you had to get that text with the link. So you couldn't just do every email again. It had to be actual numbers. I only had the 2 numbers in our house. And you had to pick your top 5 shows you wanted to see, which in hindsight is kind of ridiculous, because I don't think anybody made it past their second choice, even from what I've heard, or third. Definitely not.
Third.
Maybe third. Yeah. So that was
I barely got to my second.
Yeah. So we had our plan. Antonio was going to focus on New York, Chaz on Philly, me on Maryland. Then we had our side family missions where we're going to try to get spots. I was going to try to get my family in Florida at the Miami finale. Antonio, another night in New York. Chaz family in Philly. Scott?
No, I was actually Philly, and then my wife was the first night in New York.
Okay. Right. Yeah, and I was going to try to get for the third night in New York.
Okay. Yeah.
But I didn't get a pre-sale code. I didn't get a code.
Yeah. So the verified fan thing. Scott, did you have a certain night in mind for Hollywood Bowl?
I was trying for the 24th because it's going to be our 26th wedding anniversary. So I was trying for that. Cool. Yeah, but we ended up getting the 25th. Okay. So we're going to go down there early, spend the day, maybe stay the night and make a little getaway with it. But but we tried all 3 days, the 24th, 25th, 20th. We tried all 3 days, or 23rd, 24th, 25th. And that we tried.
Yeah, so everyone kind of had their plan going in, and a little wiggle room there. And then the rules were kind of posted there. And Robert had the nice message saying basically that there would be no platinum or dynamically priced tickets like we started to say at the start. So it was cool that he had already negotiated, it sounded like, these rules with Ticketmaster. You could, tickets had to be through the verified sale process, which I wasn't familiar with going into this at all. But now we're all experts in it. So,
For Depeche Mode, they had that seating system, right? Like, what is that? Like the dynamic seating or whatever?
Yeah, what is the dynamically?
I have no idea how it worked. All I know is that it was expensive to start with, and then as the afternoon went on, they just got more and more fucking expensive as people bought the tickets. So it's like they saw the demand for the tickets go up, so they raised the prices as it went.
Oh shit!
And I think that's what it is. So that's something I read that says the tickets can vary based on demand as the sale is happening.
So we were aiming for Depeche Mode. We were aiming for the Los Angeles show, but by the time I was getting around to it, the tickets were $1,200 a piece.
Damn.
Yeah, so we ended up going to Vegas where it wasn't so bad. And again, best friend lives out there. We're going to stay the night, going to make a weekend out of it. And it's all good. But man, it's just stupid. You'd sit there and you'd just watch these prices go up and up and up and up and up. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. So there's no set sticker price on it. It's
there's a set starting price.
Yeah.
And then it just goes up in there.
And I feel like that's
basically they're doing it like fucking cars now. There's a suggested retail price on the fucking window, and everybody pays a different price depending on who you spoke to, what time you got there.
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty much what it is now. It's fucking buying a car. It's like you're never paying what's on the sticker. And now we're in the day and age, post COVID, where you expect that you're gonna pay more than the sticker price. It's like that lures you in. You're like, cool, it's that price, and you end up being like, how did I just spend 10 grand more than that? That's pretty much now what concert ticket buying is like. It's like, and I feel how many people are looking at that seat at that time? Yeah. So now it's a bidding war all of a sudden. Like,
that's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah,
it's like you go to McDonald's and the cheeseburger is $1. One day you go there because nobody else is in line, and then the next day you go back there and there's like 20 people in line, and now it's $20.
Yeah,
because
everybody's
there's
hungry,
more people asking for it. What the fuck are we doing?
How hungry are you?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? And that's a pisser, I think, is like, because on some level, I'm still fine with the ancient way of like, if it's a scalper doing it, some dude on the streets got the ticket, he wants to sell it for fucking $3,000, and somebody's like, I really want to get in. That's between you guys, fine. But this is all like legit bullshit going down within Ticketmaster. Yeah. Like when you're seeing those prices going up, that's fucking them doing it. That's what it still just blows my mind, and that's the shit that needs to get fixed, because you can't have it happening within the actual system. But the part I had the question on here is, it says you could resell your tickets back to Ticketmaster for face value, right? Unless you're in New York, New York, Illinois, or Colorado?
In Colorado,
yeah. So that's like a side thing that I'm not concerned with, but you resell it back for face value, meaning whatever the original price was, I guess, is what you'll resell it back to. Fine, that sounds cool. And the tickets are non-transferable. This is the part that I'm confused about. So meaning, I guess if you're within the thing, you can transfer it. I've seen the button for that within Ticketmaster, right? But say, here's the question. If I buy 4 tickets and my crew of 3 are coming and my other friend's coming from out of town, do we all have to walk through the door at the same time? Because they're under my name and under my account. I can't forward it to him or anything, right?
No,
so that would be transferring it. So
yeah, I think that's the whole problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking tricky, and I'm thinking a lot of people aren't quite catching that, and because I'm seeing people like saying, "Hey, I got an extra ticket, I'll sell it to you," and they're like, "Cool," and I think they're like sending them a snapshot of the barcode even and stuff. But if you're not going in with that crew under that account, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fucked. Because I don't know if and I mean technically it is just the barcode, so maybe you could like take a screenshot of your barcode of your 4th ticket and they could just come in later with it, because they really are just looking at the barcode. There's no way they're like IDing everybody, right? So.
We don't know that because for like Star Wars Celebration, you actually had to have the ticket and you had to log into an app to get COVID verified. So they would have to scan your ticket and make sure that you were verified as COVID free before going in there. And we had, there was 80,000 people there. So it was a long ass line, but they verified everybody. So
yeah, that's crazy. Maybe they will. And then even on a more minute level, okay, so all of your 4 buddies get in, and say you're like down in the general admission area, one of them leaves to go to the pisser or something, you're trying to get back to the section, and they don't have the fucking barcode because it's on your phone, like at the movie theater, you have to show them. How the fuck does that work?
That's what I was saying. I think it's a situation where you're going to literally have to log into your account on their phone. Because I know a lot of the apps are blocking the screenshotting now too.
Yeah.
The good thing is it's like, well, the first shows aren't going to be in New York, so we'll be reading it on the internet, all the complaining about if that shit happens before we go.
What's going to end up happening is you'll get in, depending upon the section you're in. If you're like on the floor, you'll get a wristband, just like you did back in the day. You'll get a wristband that'll allow you onto the floor. It's just getting in the door. I think that's the problem. Once you're in the door, it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll do something like that.
I actually have some news if you guys want to hear something.
Yeah.
Robert Smith tweeted, I'm currently trying to sort out 3 extra shows. There will be hopefully be more news on this before the sun comes up.
Wow.
All right, Gavin, you're going to have to get this episode out tonight. Drink more coffee.
Excellent. Man, Robert, well, he'll be up all night, so he'll have this. Damn.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I'll be like, God damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
In Asheville.
Yeah, exactly. Gavin's backyard.
Yeah, sweet. I won't be there that weekend. I'll be driving back from New York. But cool. Well, that's great news. I love that he's still working hard for us.
He really is.
So I do have one question about it. If you sell the tickets back to Ticketmaster, what does Ticketmaster then do?
I think they're supposed to just sell it again at face value.
Face value? That's what I thought too.
And that was what some of the debate we'll get to when shit started going down on the public sale date, that they weren't fucking doing that. And then that's a whole other kettle of fish, as they say. So we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I think that's what the plan is. And technically, you guys on all your phones, you can't resell it back yet, can you? Looking at mine, there isn't
I didn't even look.
I haven't checked.
It's like a little 2 buttons under your ticket, like that aren't like enabled. It's a transfer and a sell button, and you can't hit either of them. So I was just wondering.
I'm not looking. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to trick me into giving it back. No,
I have to get my wife to transfer those 4 tickets to me. So
yeah, because I was going to ask about that. The New York one. So we're under her account then, right? So if she doesn't go with us, they're going to be like,
she's going to Philadelphia with us. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll figure. Yeah, and it does sound like they did something like this in Sydney for the disintegration ones. I started to go on some rabbit hole with that, and it seemed to work pretty good. But somebody was saying there that they did ID everyone going in. I didn't get any confirmation to that person, so it was just some random dude on Facebook. But he said they were comparing the account with an ID for everybody going into the fucking opera house. So,
wow,
sheesh, yeah. I was like, guess we'll get there early. But so once you were registered, though, you were supposed to get an email the next day, Tuesday, the 14th, stating whether or not you were verified or if you've been waitlisted. But we didn't know when we were going to get it. So if you were like me, you were refreshing your email every 5 seconds that whole day. And
I was at work, just fucking irritated because I wasn't getting an email. And then I got the email and I was pissed off because I was on the wait list.
Same.
Exactly.
I was waitlisted, and my coworker, who's also a huge Cure fan, we share an office together. She was waitlisted, and at first I got the email. It says not congratulations, but it said something, and you really had to read it to realize you were in the wait list. Because I was like, yes, no, wait, what?
It was like a college letter. It says like, we're so happy to not let you in.
Reject you. Exactly. And then my wife sent me a text. Is this what we're supposed to get? And it was like, yes. She got in.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Cool. So that's good. So you have to follow her into the show. You can't go ahead.
Can't show up late.
Can't pass. You can't leave.
Her first concert, I took her to see The Cure at the Rose Bowl in '92. That was her very first concert. So sweet. She's pretty excited.
Yeah, that'll be great. Cool. But yeah, it sounded like a lot of people got waitlisted, and almost a suspiciously large amount of people got waitlisted. If you do the math of like even just us and our spouses and everybody, would we get like 3 verified? I think out of it would be 8.
It was a terrible amount.
It's pretty bonkers.
It wasn't a good batting average.
No, it was not. So you wonder, like, who the fuck were some of these people getting verified? Were they all legit? Were they robots? Or something? Who knows? I mean, you start getting paranoid and wondering.
We registered for 2. Julie got 1. I didn't get 1. So there's 1. How about you guys?
Yeah,
we went 1 for 2.
I was 1 for 2 as well.
Yeah, 1 for 2 in my house.
Yeah, so.
No, what am I talking about? No, we were 0 for 2 in my house.
You're both really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, okay. Almost a little less than half. So.
Yeah, I'm just going off of like everybody else's, like just reading over everybody, like just those comments I've been on my Instagram of like I got waitlisted, and I'm just like every single person. It was just like Jesus Christ.
And I know like Arusha and Kate were all doing a poll. It was all through Twitter, so I couldn't really contribute or follow it. Yeah. But it was something like 54 last I saw % of people that did the poll got waitlisted. So it was a little over half last I saw. So something's a little shitty with that. But and then the key word there, though, it was like the waitlisting in itself. This is where the Cure could fine-tune this next time around, or whoever takes this approach for the next one. Nobody knew what the fuck waitlisting meant. You know, that was the hard part. It was like, do you wait like an hour? Do you wait till like a week? What are we waiting for? Yeah. And, you know, it wasn't very clear on what the fuck.
We're waiting for Jesus to return.
Yeah. And some people still haven't heard anything, so they might, Jesus might come before they could do this. But, and then the key word, too, is lottery. They said, and then when the wait list is over, you'll be chosen in a lottery-like system. It's like anytime you sprinkle lottery into it, you know, somebody's getting fucked over, you know, just like, So I was like, damn it. And so, yeah, that part definitely hurt a bit. But you're supposed to get the text with the actual link afterwards if you were verified. So come D-Day, Wednesday, March 15th, 10 a.m., as Scott and I were saying when we first connected the call here, actually went fairly smoothly if you were verified. And, you know, I went in there. It was like a little wait. You know, it said like some absurd number at first. It was like 500,000 people ahead of you. And I'm like, oh, God. And then it's like 50 people and like the waiting room. And so, yeah, that wasn't too bad. I had my Maryland tickets, but I'd gotten like, we were debating anyway, do we want seats, like good seats, or try to get on the general admission floor? Because, you know, we got like old knees and shit. We don't want to be standing the whole time. So I was like looking at it. I saw the first like awesome row in the middle of actual seats. I clicked on that and it did the too slow, old man. You've been bumped. And I was like, fuck. And then like it went a little further back. And I was like, oh, I see how this is going. I'm going to end up on the fucking lawn. And then on the third one, I saw general admission popped up. So I was like, fuck, cool. And grabbed that. So we got those. It was all said and done. By 10:08, I had the general admission seats. So that was pretty rad, but stressful as shit. And
so
heart attack.
I had a water leak in my house that morning.
Oh no.
So I had a plumber here at 9:30 in the morning. I was in a class teaching at 9 in the morning. So, and 10 o'clock is when everything goes. The class always goes over an hour. So I'm sitting here going, okay, come on. Doorbell's ringing. My wife can't leave for work because she's the one with the verified phone. So she's at her desk doing her work. So I'm like, let me have your phone. I need your phone. So I get her phone, and then I'm in the class, and I'll say, I'm sorry, everybody. I have to take a moment. I have to pause this for just a second. I'll be right back. Put them all on hold and got on there. And yeah, it took from getting it, logging in, buying the ticket. There was something like 50 people in front of me. It took 4 minutes.
Wow.
And but just like you, I kept getting bumped. I was like, oh my God, these are great seats. I go to get, oh God, these are less good seats. And eventually I just ended up kind of off to the side a little bit, but not bad for the Hollywood Bowl. Not bad.
Yeah. Awesome. My wife left her phone home for me that day. So I had her phone and I got in the queue. I was queued 2,000 plus. I didn't get tickets till 10:40.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And I was just sitting there, and it went down to like 1,600, and then to like 1,000, then 700, and it just kept going down sooner. And then I was like, "Fuck!" So I got tickets that were like right to the side of the stage, and like you weren't side view, but you were like up a little bit, really close. And I went to go click on them, they were gone. Then it like went back further in the next row, like the next section. Same thing happened again. And then finally I got all the way to section 104 was where I sat last time. I saw them in 2016. So I just grabbed those as quick as possible. And then I waited all day long. And then I don't remember what time, but I got my code from the wait list for Philly. And that took me like 5 minutes to get tickets.
Right on.
So
yeah, when I got that text, I was driving. I was like, nearest parking lot. Threw my car in the park. I was like, fuck, go. And I was like, oh my God. But then it was like, you have like, I think it was like 2,800 people in front of you. And I was like, oh. And then that only lasted probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But by that point, still like it was just it was uppers and middle upper on both sides. It wasn't anything great on that on that day. But then I was like, I don't know if I can back out with this code and go into another day. And then that's another thing that really just wasn't explained,
right?
Because had I thought about that quicker, I would have gone to a different of the 3 days, and I didn't. But because that was the first day that I had in my put these in your order, I thought I had to. So that whole thing was a mess. I mean, next time it's just, hey, pick one show. If they're, because then we didn't know, like we could have been a little more strategic if we all knew that it was really only going to be one.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It was that part was a little confusing.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the code, some people were going back in after they had bought tickets and got more tickets for different shows.
Mine wouldn't let me.
I tried that, but
I tried to do that too.
They didn't let me in.
Yeah. I don't know.
Some people were able to get tickets for multiple New York shows with that one code.
Yeah,
none of my wait lists. All of my wait lists came available. It was like, okay, now it's your turn. And I'm like, okay, I want to get tickets for one more show. And none of it worked. I would click immediately and it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So the wait list thing for me didn't work at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a second code at like 10:30 at night for one of the New York shows. but they were all the same seats that they sold in the general sale on Friday. They were all like behind the stage, off like upper deck, like
Gotcha.
So
general sale Friday. Actually, believe it or not, I couldn't even see what seats were available for something like 15-20 minutes. And then when I did, I was like, okay, yeah, these are all you're going to be staring at the side back of Robert's head.
So as far as the Friday thing turned into a total shit show. I guess right before that though is it fizzled out, and into Thursday then we started to get a lot of the tweets from Robert, and that's when he let's see, that was when he acknowledged that there was bullshit fees being tacked on. So somehow he tracked them down and says, I want my $5, bitch. And he fought and somehow got him to agree to $10 or $5, which I'm still not very clear on who gets what. But at the same time, it's just the gesture.
How much I'm getting back.
Apparently he was checking out social media, because there were people posting their prices where the fees were more expensive than the tickets.
Which mine were like, the same usual kind of bullshit. I didn't see anything that ridiculous on mine, but people were like, there was double what the fucking ticket was or more, and that's ridiculous. So that was pretty rad that he stepped in that fast too. You'd think that would be something that would come to light like 6 months from now or something, and and then I think by the end of that night, even he acknowledged that there was going to be a general public sale. We initially thought that, but then it almost sounded like there wasn't going to be one, because he threw a few weird tweets out saying, whoa, they just threw all the fucking tickets up. Like there was some miscommunication thing, which I think did happen in LA, right? I don't think there was anything for Friday.
I was just checking. There's no resale tickets. There's no left. It is completely sold. I even checked that Twicket site that you were talking about. There is nothing at all available for LA. So
I think that one will come a little bit, like will pop up more as it gets closer to the dates.
Maybe
people shit pops up. People got to do stuff.
So Friday's where the real shit storm came in too. We were like, well, let's pop in. At least we got our set one. We'll see what happens. And we all logged in pretty quick, and we were able to get in, and it was looking good. And then it was like, he said they released later in a tweet 500 seats for each venue. It sounded like were held back, except for LA, because there was a miscommunication or something. And he said, so there was, just for people that didn't get the verified or didn't want to fuck with it. He was already even thinking of them. Again, points for being awesome. But the thing is, we got in, and they were all like, MSG was all just like bad nosebleeds, but the prices were still pretty reasonable. I thought they were like 100 something or whatever, for like top level behind the stage. We're just like, it's not worth it. But then I started looking at, like, I wanted to go to Atlanta still, because technically that's the closest one to me. I got a bunch of friends going to that one that I wanted to like make that one happen, and that one was like scattered pretty good seats, but they're all like $500 and $700.
I didn't understand that.
It was really weird. And then we looked into the Florida one again just to see if we could like upgrade and then resell back or something, more just out of curiosity even. And the same seats we had were going for like $1,000 almost. And I looked back in Maryland, and those general admission ones we have were a fucking $1,000. Like somebody was reselling them already. So we were just like, well, this is stupid already. They're reselling it somehow. We can't even resell
also supposed
ours.
That's also supposed to be a state that you can't resell in. So I don't even know how
everything was bullshit there. And we just kind of checked out and like, whatever. But then he dropped that text, said that something went haywire with the agreement there. And they did like a premature activation of resells or something.
Premature activation.
Yeah,
you can take pills to help prevent that.
You can,
had to read that very carefully, because
I swear it doesn't happen. It doesn't always happen. This is totally new.
Just feeling Donald pop in here for that comment. Just devote 15 minutes to that. But he supposedly said, and that was a weird thing where he said, and I'm a little unclear on this because it doesn't pertain to me, but he said anyone that bought those $1,000 tickets, like if I bought another like $1,000 floor seat for Florida, you would get reimbursed back to face value, which is
to the
super awesome. I wish I would have bought one of them, but no way I would have.
Try explaining that to Casey. Yeah, I bought $2,000 worth of tickets today.
But Robert swears I'm going to get my money back.
Robert's gonna, he's good. He said he's good for it. He says I'm good.
Yeah. So, he pinky promised. I swear. Yeah, I logged in on Friday and turned and clicked the cure, and I'm pretty sure my computer laughed at me. It's
don't even
think about it.
Well, on some of the cure Facebook pages, there were people that were buying what they thought were legit tickets before they even went on sale.
Yeah.
And like people are like, you're a fucking idiot. And like they're like, oh, look at this seat. And it's just like, it's not a real ticket.
Yeah,
and it kept happening.
People were so excited and stuff, and other people had to like break the news. And then
it was like, that's cool. You got $6,000 to spend on 2 tickets, but those shits is fake.
Yeah,
so
and again, Robert was cool with that. Even like early on, we didn't mention those tweets of being like, "Don't buy anything until they go on sale. Don't buy them." I mean, the fact that he just even dropped any kind of be cautious, then that was pretty cool. So yeah, that was just a big clusterfuck. And I guess because all those disappeared by the end of the day, though, because he said that only happened in select cities, and it was all the ones I was looking at. It was like Atlanta, Florida, Maryland, all those ones on the East Coast. And then they all disappeared. So I don't know if everybody bought all those ridiculous price tickets and it sold out, and then they're going to go through the whole thing, or if he was able to like pull the plug somehow and it just got like shut down before the end of the night, because it went and is still just like totally dead over there. There's no resale of any, like even normal tickets going on. Everything's just maxed out and sold out. So
the Hollywood Bowl had some tickets that were, it was like $2,100 each in the front, like first 3 or 4 seats. And this was on the pre-sale day. And they were called charity tickets. And I'm like, interesting. Okay. I can't afford that, but a guy can dream,
right?
But were those legit?
I think so, because there was a small thing when in the initial statement when it said no platinum or what was the other one? The dynamically increased. Yeah. It said with the exception of charity tickets or something like that. Or something there was. So I think those are. I mean, who the hell knows? Yeah, I'm assuming they are going to a charity of some sort. He's pretty good with that stuff. It's like some poor Make-A-Wish kid or something gets to sit in the front.
Sound is killing me.
Yeah. Do you know how much I paid for that seat?
My bones are breaking.
It's so wrong. Wrong.
Sorry. So yeah, something greasy was going on with those resales, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. So I don't know. Like we're saying, I guess as it fizzles out into that was a total shit show. Whatever's left is left. We're gonna see what happens with resales as far as that stuff goes. But what do you think? Would you consider this a win for the Cure though? This whole strategy?
It's a good start. I think it needs to be worked out just a little bit. There were some definite kinks in the system, and I think if it was a larger tour with more dates where people like Arusha and all that could get their tickets, you'd think that a few more dates, maybe everybody could have gotten what they were looking for.
I wonder if that really is the factor. If it just wasn't quite enough, but.
Here's the thing that I was thinking about. Okay, so you have a website. The Cure has a website that sells items, right? No one is getting physical tickets anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So how, like, I wonder if there is a way where these things can be sold through something different, not Ticketmaster. Still have these shows, but I guess the problem is like the scanning devices to check that's the problem, so there has to be a better way. I just don't think anybody wants to fully fight. I feel like until the government, because I mean they have been, they have to show up in Washington now after all this Taylor Swift stuff. And I think this might also help with that.
Yeah.
But, they are getting put before,
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
the
but there's
government.
but there's nothing you can like if they're the only show in town, they pretty much roll, they can set all the rules. So,
and then you see stuff like what happened. I felt like there was a lot of it based on Robert's tweets of like he agreed to a bunch of shit and they agreed to a bunch of shit and they still rat fucked him on a few things. Like even the fact that those things happened with those select cities and then they didn't hold tickets back for LA. I mean, it seems like they still were just like, oh yeah, we're cool. And then they still increased those fees that he had to get the $10 and $5 back. I mean, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. You can't,
I think the fees were something that like Robert didn't even consider, like think of, and like just saw it. Like they were probably like, oh, we're gonna make fucking money back on the tickets, back on the fees.
Right. Yeah, because like explain to me, a convenience fee is a convenience fee. So whether your ticket is $60 or fucking $6,000, it's still the same physical or digital way that you're doing it. But those fees are even different per seat. That's where they're fucking us. Yeah. Because explain to me how 2 tickets in one section, the convenience fee is $86. 2 fees in another section, it's $42. 2 tickets in another section, it's $68.
Is that official? I kind of suspected it, but I wasn't sure. Is that what's going on? Then
I've 100% saw different convenience fees for different.
Yeah, that's sections. So shitty. It's like
so it should be a flat, like whatever their bullshit fee is, fucking $20 per ticket, whatever you're gonna rape us for. But the fact that that's different per transaction, bullshit.
Even just the classic argument of like, well, what are you even paying for now? They're not even mailing you the paper ticket. It used to be like, well, they did push that button and the ticket did come out and they put it in the envelope.
Service fees, facility fees. There's a third fee. I forget what it was. Convenience
anal
fee.
Lube fee.
There's that too. I'm pretty sure that's So there's at least 3 fees that are tacked onto every single ticket, and it used to just be the service charge. And that service charge, working at Music Plus, that service charge was the fee that they would charge to compensate for the equipment that we would have on the facility, blah, 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 blah. So there was a reason behind it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking reason now. It's just you're using your printer, your computer, your time, your phone. So
you're not calling anybody and talking to somebody on the phone trying to get tickets.
Nope.
Or where you're paying labor for someone.
It's not going to Barbara that's answering your phone. Hi, Barbara.
So I guess I would say he won the pricing war though, because he did do great with that, like keeping it reasonable and at least having options. I think that was the main thing, like especially with ones that had like the pavilions like Merriweather and shit. You could get a very like, I think people did legit buy a $20 like lawn seat somewhere. Like 20. I think Merriweather's were 40 maybe, but like fuck, that's awesome. It's like I don't even think I could go to a show at the Orange Bill for $20 now, so that's pretty cool.
Like our Philly tickets were, I think, lower level. They were $80 a piece, like without the fees.
Okay,
I mean, I think the upper level tickets for theirs were like 45.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if we're gonna use the most recent comparison, like we were talking beforehand, like as far as Depeche Mode pricing goes, it's way less than Depeche Mode pricing.
Way less.
Hell yeah.
So I gotta give it up to them for that. And like even the tickets we got in New York City, New York's gonna be more expensive, and New York and LA are probably gonna be more expensive than anywhere else. But I mean, it still wasn't that bad.
Lucky us.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess the other questions then is like, so Europe, none of this went down just last year. Like, what the fuck is their system? Did they just? Like...
It's just because they don't have a monopoly and they have a better regulatory system with the EU. And they're able to regulate these companies a lot better. And they say you're not allowed to charge these fees. You're not allowed to have the dynamic pricing. And that's, that's all it is.
It seems like seriously, the higher ups could look at that and probably pull up a good model that works, So it's like,
money talks though,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's like they're never going to change it because they're all probably got their finger in the pot too somehow, It's like everyone.
I was seeing somebody mentioned earlier today that the tickets in Europe were more expensive than what we paid.
Yeah.
So the face value of the tickets in Europe were more expensive than what we paid here. But where we get, bent over by Ticketmaster, they don't. So
Well, just think of it this way. All the fees that you paid are going to pay for them to lobby so they don't have to stop doing this. So, we're paying for
we're
it.
Paying
so,
their
yeah.
lawyer fees.
Yeah. Also,
pat yourself on the back, everyone.
And for all the griping we did of where the fuck is the tour announcement, do you think all these negotiations he was doing was what was taking it a while? So maybe all that he was actually working that whole time. I feel a little bad that we're all like, what the fuck, Robert? Where's our American dates? And he's all like haggling about transferable tickets.
I'd like to think he was busy finishing this fucking mystery record.
Yeah, he's probably even hasn't touched that in like months, probably, because he's been.
Yeah, he's been on the phone with Ticketmaster so much he can't mix the last song.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was partially the reason. I don't think it was the whole reason, but I mean, I can't think of another band that worked this out with anybody with Ticketmaster. Yeah. So, I mean, I can't really. I don't know what that takes with lawyers and what his pull is with it. So I can only imagine it was a giant headache. But
along those lines, then our last kind of negative question before we talk about some awesome positive stuff that's looking forward to all these wonderful shows. Do you think all this bullshit is going to be a huge factor in the fact that they might not come back to do a full tour in the US again? That on top of them being a little older and it just being like, I don't think I would want to rush back into this if I was him and come back over here anytime soon. So that's kind of a sad.
You know what,
angle.
though? The fighting for the partial refunds, the keeping the tickets at a specific price and trying to make it that you had to verify to be a fan shows that they actually give a fuck about their fan base and know that it would be a giant disservice not to. So as much as they hate the process probably coming here, and I don't fucking blame them, you can tell that he's someone that is caring enough about his fan base that he wouldn't just say, fuck that, I'm not going to tour the US anymore. Because that would be them winning. That would be Ticketmaster winning. It would defeat the reason you fought for it and the people you were fighting for it for.
Yeah.
So I don't see that being
I hope so. Yeah.
a thing. I really don't, because touring is also the only way that they make the big money now. They're not making it on ticket sales. I mean, on record sales. So,
well, they might if they fucking finish it.
Yeah, if you don't have a record, they're definitely.
They had they set their standard already, so that's one way of looking at it of like what to expect if they're going to tour again over here. Of like these are our demands if we're going to tour again, but also you have to look at the fact that maybe Ticketmaster doesn't want to do business with them again after this. In the United States.
Yeah, they might get bumped from Ticketmaster and be like, we want
to play. So they go to AXS or Access Tickets, or I mean, they're just as bad.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I could picture the Cure just being like, okay, we're gonna rent out fields and we're gonna set up tents and we're gonna fucking drive your car and we're gonna fucking play in tents all across the country. I'll be like, okay,
I'll be a roadie. Cool. I'll be a roadie. Let's do this.
I'll go buy a pickup truck. I don't give a fuck.
I'll bring snacks. I'll bring punch and pie and whatever snacks there.
But like outside of that, you don't have any other options.
Yeah. So, I just worry with this kind of bundle of bullshit going into the fact that, everyone's like, oh, the Dark Album is the end anyway. And then they're getting older. It's kind of like all these things piling up on themselves. It does seem like they don't need this right now. Let's make it as easy as possible for them. Don't give them a reason not to come here. It's like we just did like more shows in Europe and it went totally fine and smooth. What the hell, So, but So yeah, interesting. But yeah, like I said, I definitely want to wrap on positive notes here of like we got some awesome shows to look forward to, and it's gonna be rad. As far as our crew here, we've locked down one as of now, one New York night, and a Philly night, and Maryland. And I'm gonna go down to Florida for the finale. I was so worried I wasn't gonna get Henson a ticket, but he was so happy.
Nice,
it was way better than Christmas when I told him I picked him up from school. It's like, we did it, man! You're gonna see the kid.
Is this his first time?
Yeah, he's never seen him. So,
that's so great. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I didn't. I told my son, but I didn't tell my daughter yet. Luckily, she doesn't listen to the podcast.
So I told my oldest son when he got in the car, when I picked him up, I was like, look, and I showed him, he's like, whoa, so cool. Because the youngest one didn't want to go at all. So I was like, all right. But cool. Yeah, so I'm very excited about it. Gavin, I'm already assuming that, we're going to go to the other two shows. I don't really.
Yeah, you think it's going to happen? We can do
I don't
this?
really see anything barring us from it other than like a $300 ticket plus.
Okay.
But like nothing I've been seeing has been like anything like that. So
cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm definitely thinking that. Yeah, the 22nd. I feel like we're I'm telling you, the day before, day of, the prices are going to drop drastically.
Yeah.
I'm already looking at them now on Vivid Seats, and you can get in for 200.
Yeah.
So it's closer to that. That's going to go down.
And I'll already be up there since we're doing the first night. So that'll be good. We'll just hang out front if we need to.
So basically, Scott, you need to just, come to New York.
Yeah.
I guess so, man. I guess so.
I'm still looking at the West Coast one. If that wasn't such
it'll literally be cheaper for you to fly to New York. One of those shows.
It probably would.
To pay those the fucking LA prices.
Yeah, so.
No kidding.
As of right now, Gavin and I were spitballing it, but I know that in Maryland we're going to try to set up some sort of get together at some place like in the early afternoon so we can get there.
Yeah, we'll have to get there real early. And since we're general admission for that one, we're going to have to lock it down.
Yeah.
And I got some friends that are going to be in the pit with us too. So we'll have a pretty big crew that we
nice.
Yeah, so we got some.
We'll get a wall of death set up and just murder everyone.
Yeah, so we're gonna block off we can actually go to the bathroom. Probably just put up like a whole this is our crew.
Yeah. But as far as New York goes, Antonio talked about it to us about possibly organizing something so we can meet some fans and get together and everything.
Yeah, so. I'm gonna look at some spots that can accommodate a decent amount of people in the city that are one of my accounts through PBR, Pass Blue Ribbon. So
cool.
I figured,
and I've seen like people already talking about other meetups and stuff like the Rock Hall thing. They're already in the works. It sounds like, so that'd be cool.
There ain't shit out here, man.
Yeah. All that sunshine seems like everybody should just be hanging around up front,
right?
Cool.
Yeah, come up and say hi, everybody. Like I'm super excited about this. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. I want to get to each show early, just hang out in the parking lot even beforehand, and just try to catch up with as many people. We'll do maybe a little recording segments here and there. Will be cool, and hopefully get some quality programs out to everybody based on this. So that'll be real rad, and definitely the open call. I'm throwing it out. I'll say it a million more times before the shows start, but as always, anybody that wants to record any thoughts on their show that they go to, always an open door. Send them in this way. You can write it in the email or record a little voice message or whatever. So definitely want to start throwing those out, because I think we'll be covering every show like we did last time in some form or another. So. There we go.
Well, good. Positive for us is that I think the set list will be pretty much nailed down by the time it gets to us.
Good and bad. It's always a little like when you're at the end of the show, you get the end of the tour, and we get to see everything that's happened. Probably by the time they get to us, they'll be like, okay, cool.
That makes me wonder, though. Do you guys think it will be, and I was thinking about this earlier, do you guys think it'll be a little heavy on the Wish album, since it is the 30th anniversary of Wish?
And they'll put the show out
because they didn't do it on the other one, and I don't see them going quite as dark on this one because it's like summer and like America. They're not gonna totally, I think they'll probably, and I think Wish would be kind of a good cut the difference where they're not gonna go full pop set like they did for the festivals, but like throw in a lot of Wish stuff. So I could totally see them doing that and just variations. I could see them holding that structure down maybe with the new songs. And then just kind of sprinkling in
swapping out a few others.
Yeah, because
just add more songs to it. Why not?
Let's
have 4-hour-long marathon shows.
It's instead of more shows, let's just make them 4-hour-long concerts.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm still standing by my prediction of that they're going to play 5 new songs on this tour.
That'd be kind of cool.
5. Yeah, so then now we will the entire new record.
We get like side B or something, and that'd be pretty.
And then they're never going to put out an album because we have the 5 songs from before and the 5 songs from this one.
And it'll just be
good enough.
Yeah, that's awesome. At this point, I'll take it.
We didn't even have to record.
Yeah, that'd be pretty rad if you get the whole thing live first. But I wonder if they would do that, or if they'll even just sprinkle in any of the other ones, or some will disappear, or what. But it'll be interesting to see for sure.
That's why I wanted to hit more than just one show. I want variations, damn it.
Yeah. So hopefully. And it is risky, by the end of the one, I was all excited. We got to see the last show always, because you never know if it's going to be the last show or just a last show, or at least it's this last show, and but then it's all like, if he's all like dragging ass by that point too, he could just be like, oh God, go fuck Miami. It's so hot here.
Yeah, he's turning around and sucking air off of a fucking respirator in between.
Yeah, so I'm like, shit. Sorry, son. This is the Cure. At least our seats are far enough back where he won't be able to like really see.
We should have done this in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
if Keith Richards can still be out there doing it, come on.
Yeah, he's got this. And I feel confident that it'll be the full crew. We'll get Perry again. You guys feel like we're just going to get the whole... I didn't seem like there was any bad blood that happened in between the last round and this. I'd say Roger's the wild card, if anything, just because he's been doing more movie scores and other projects and stuff, but...
I mean, that was Perry's job during the Wish tour, though.
Yeah,
so he was on those keyboards, so
it could happen. But at the same time, I think it's for Roger, he'd be pretty silly to turn it down unless there's some real blood that he's mad about or something, because it's like get up and play like that's like he could do that in his sleep, I'm sure. So it's like easy money.
We should just make sure to say hashtag betrayal.
Yeah. So, Simon, you never know what the hell's going to happen.
We're just gonna hold a giant sign, just like it just says hashtag betrayal.
Everyone seemed happy by the end of the last year, though. So fingers crossed there. And the $1 million question, you guys super psyched for Twilight Sad? Clear?
I've yet to hear a song I've actually really liked.
Yeah.
Twilight Sad.
I enjoy them,
right.
but I like them, but it's
all right.
It's
I would have rather seen somebody else come out, like even if I don't like that band, just for variety's
not
sake.
for nothing. They've had all the Robert's collaborated with all these bands. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna tell me that none of them would be stoked as shit to fucking open up their US tour, despite how big they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm telling you, that guy must have saved him like choking on a chicken bone or something. And he's like, all right, the rest of my fucking life, you are opening up this. I owe you. So something.
Oh, or Robert lost a bet to him.
Yeah, he's dead or something.
He's every two.
Some Mandalorian shit going on here where he's got some debt.
Bring Crystal Castles out.
It seems like
Castle's that on tour.
But I think they do a good job. They always keep it short and sweet. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. So it's kind of. But it is a little sad with all this went down and like everyone was just like, cool. Everyone just assumed they were going to be there anyway. It's like...
I've seen Crystal Castles. I don't need to go down that route.
Yeah, not taking that route.
No.
Yeah, they don't even need an opener. Like when I saw Guns N' Roses, there was no opener. They just came out and played for 2.5 hours, and everyone went home happy.
And for a lot of years, The Cure didn't have one.
Yeah, Swing Tour they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. And I feel like 2008 they didn't. I think on some of the dates
it was 65 days of Static for which I think that's the name.
Yeah,
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
I must either. I feel like they didn't do all the dates. Like I could maybe I just totally didn't go in until The Cure. Like I didn't see a second of them playing if they did play it. But cool. Well, I'm sure we'll have a right before the tour, hopes and expectations and all that kind of stuff, and we'll probably get a few more nuggets of what we're expecting as it approaches. But as of now, I'm glad we all technically survived the ticket fiasco, and I think everybody that didn't get one that's totally dying for one, hopefully we'll be able to get something out of this resale business that they fought so hard for. So you would think, so hopefully they can find something. Yeah. They might not be able to hit up multiple shows or anything, but you should be able to get something, hopefully. But with all the sweat and stress, I'm still happy with our outcome. At least I think we're where we need to be. And
I lost a couple weeks off my life last week because of all the stress and how upset I was that night where I got waitlisted. Yeah, I don't think I talked to anyone that night at work. Just throwing shit.
I know,
fucking bullshit. Don't they know who I am?
Yeah, that was the other thing too. Before we wrap up, it was like bad that they used like the verified fan thing. I saw a lot of people took that like way too personal on Facebook and stuff for people.
Oh, yeah.
They're just I am a verified fan. I've been a fan for 40 years, motherfuckers. And it's like, I don't think they really meant you as like you're, questioning your love of the
They
Cure.
meant verified your account, not your fandom.
Yeah. It was like, if you really want to piss off a Cure fan, you question their devotion and loyalty to the band. It's like, how dare you? It's like,
it's a true story.
Another thing I saw fucked up is that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I saw some people that didn't even do the verified fan thing because they thought it was fucking bullshit. Where they were like, oh, they're just going to charge us $5,000 for a seat and like this is all it is. And I was like, and I saw them post it and I was like, no, I actually got a seat for like $80 for Philadelphia. And it was the first lower level. I don't know what so they're probably like, oh shit,
Yeah, so, and a little more details on that would have been nice next time around. So I think now we all know we're all wise.
They didn't do a very good job explaining it, but that's partially on Ticketmaster too.
Yeah.
So here's what they need to do. They need to just have these new dates. They need to add these new dates. Don't do a verified sale date. Just let people have at it and say,
there you go, fuckers.
You know what? We gave you a chance last time. You said no.
True.
But here you go.
Now, wouldn't it just doing the non-transferable ticket, wouldn't that take care of bots and take care of people that like resellers?
I think.
Because the resellers really only are benefiting from the 3 cities.
3 states,
yeah,
3 states. So it's kind of that. See, that's what would kill me if they were like, fine, we won't play those 3 states anymore, and then we don't get New York shows. Like I could see that as opposed to not coming back. But like the fact, I didn't even know that you could say, well, I don't want my tickets to be resellable, because that's huge.
Yeah,
I don't know. And the thing is, this might open the eyes to many other bands and musicians to now do that same thing, and maybe that becomes a precedent, and eventually, those other 3 states maybe overturn that, and that can be the gateway to eventually ending the chaos of, and the mishandling of just people buying tickets.
Yeah.
And selling them at insane fucking prices.
True. Yeah. So maybe that's the future. We'll see.
Yeah, just all we have to do is be like, "Hey, government, those people aren't paying taxes on those resale."
Yeah, whoa, wait, what? No, hold on,
no more resale.
We got to put an end to this.
Yeah, but I hope those three concerts that they're doing 3 are in states that don't have that, and they can just, fans can actually go see them. So
yeah,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So Details are going to be unfolding until the day of, I think. So.
I'm going to guess North Carolina, Oregon, and
Nevada, Las Vegas.
Yeah, probably. I mean, those are like the 3 areas where they're empty.
It's a pretty tight schedule, though. When you look at it, there isn't really too much room in the gaps. I'm gonna be pissed if they put it at the end, because that was like my whole point of going to Miami.
They put Asheville on July 2nd.
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm not gonna be home yet.
Oh fuck! I gotta drive from Miami.
So we'll see. But we'll let it go at that point and let you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you so much out there. I hope everybody's recovering from the stress too, and we can all enjoy this thing from here on out. So but one last important question for Scott before we let him go. This is the real serious shit we got to get to the bottom of.
All right, let me focus. Okay, I'm ready.
Do you have any inside scoop? What's up with potential of Return of the Jedi coming to theaters as an anniversary reissue thing? I've seen a few rumors on this shit, so I gotta know.
There was talk about it hitting, I think, one day only on the actual anniversary, which I believe is May 23rd.
Right, from what I was looking at.
No, I think it's May 24th. I'm going to be seeing The Cure that day, so I'm not going to be able to attend.
Oh man, you had to choose.
I know, but we're actually we're going to do our annual May 4th event at a local bar over here, and we're trying to see if they've got a Blu-ray player, because I got the despecialized edition, so we don't have to look at blinking Ewoks or any of that crap. We can actually put in the real version of Return of the Jedi and watch that.
Come on. I was going to ask you, the one in theater, are they going to do the like late 90s reissue?
Yes.
That they did?
Actually, no. It'll be the 2005 reissue, which is like the most recent version, where they added Darth Vader saying "no" at the end of Return of the Jedi, and blinking Ewoks, and the giant door at Jabba's palace. All that bullshit that doesn't need to exist. That's the one that'll be seen, because whenever they signed over rights, George Lucas made them swear they would not tinker with the originals. Those were his babies.
Only I can do that.
Only I could ruin my thing.
And we all know he makes the smartest decisions.
Oh yeah, midichlorians, man. But cool. It should be fun. But yeah, it's that I have heard that rumor as well, and there is some validity to that.
Okay, I hope that would be pretty rad. So as long as
they're
not
like Fathom events or something like that, where you go see it in the theater for one night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So it wouldn't just be like just in New York and LA and that's it or something.
We usually get them out here. We even get those Fathom events out here.
Yeah, that's cool. I got one theater that's pretty reliable with that, but I wasn't sure if I'd supposed to have seen some kind of ad for it yet or not. But
you would think you would, but I haven't seen anything either. So I will, as soon as I keep my ear to the ground, my eyes open, I'll let you guys know.
I won't see that shit in the theater again. I remember that. It was a good day. I want to relive that magic. And I heard you have to be a verified fan though to
I've been a fan since 1974.
I have a Star Wars podcast that should qualify me.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah, we tried to pull that card. And it didn't
work. You mean to tell me I get nothing for being on this show? God damn it!
Just a restraining order, you know. All right, fellas. Well, again, thank you so much, and thanks to everybody out there for listening. Scott, always a pleasure having you on. Please come back soon. Buddy. And thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, good.
And we'll just say talk hard. We'll see you at the shows.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right, again, a very special thank you to Scott Kruger from the Sarlacc Digest. Always a pleasure having Scott back on the show. And, of course, a thank you to Chaz and Antonio for joining me and you guys for listening. And updates on things that have happened since recording this episode. Yes, apparently Rolling Stone put out an article and suggesting that Ticketmaster accounts were bought by these mystery scalpers out there, adding further fuel to the bullshittery that went down with this whole thing. And so they buy up the accounts. That way they could be verified. Greasy, I tell you. Fucking greasy stuff going on. We did receive our $5 refunds, 5 or 10. I got 5 for each show, so a total of $10 back from Robert Smith. How sweet was that, getting an email and it says, "This is all thanks to Robert Smith." So when we hang out someday, Robert, I'm going to use that money to buy you a beer. So much appreciated, a very kind gesture, and we all appreciate the work that you have put into this to watch out for us. It means the world. And unfortunately, at the time of recording this now, at Friday night, we still don't know the 3 new shows that might get added to the tour. So fingers crossed that there's something and on a location that'll help your situation out. But we'll stay tuned. I'm sure you guys will be all over that shit anyway as soon as it pops up and we know what the new additions will be. And on top of that, the only other new news was that Ticketmaster, now you can officially sell your tickets back to Ticketmaster for face value. And which means people will be doing that, and tickets will also be coming available, hopefully, for face value. So go check it out, see if that helps your situation. All right, my Patreon crew, I owe it all to you. You guys are wonderful. Giant shout out to everybody on the Patreon. And the warmest of welcomes to our newest member, Jason, along with Francisco, John Roberts, Tom Burns, Letty, Tom Johnson, Matt Ford, Coulter, Danny, Namicio, Dione, Alan, Allison, and John, and Ben, and Sue, and Jeff Cortland Jones, Jeff Hilton, Craig, and Donna. Hoping to see you guys out there in the wild before too long. And of course, if you want to hear more Star Wars talk, but actually smoother and more accurate than what we just did a few minutes ago, catch Scott on his podcast at the Sarlacc Digest. You can catch the live shows every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube, or catch the replays everywhere you listen to podcasts. Each week, they're bringing you quality line talk and dive deeper into all things Star Wars. You can also follow the Sarlacc Digest's Facebook page, actually, too, where you see lots of great Star Wars-related posts and discussions and get details on any gatherings like their May 4th event that he was just talking about. So check out Scott's Instagram page too, The Art of Scott Solo. He's an incredible artist, that fella, on top of so many other things. Thanks again for joining us, Scott. Dana is a super talented motion designer and animator, and you should really check out her totally awesome work at graphics.tv. That's graphics with an X.tv. There you'll see her motion graphics reels and get a sampling of some of her work. And you can also reach out to her there if you're in need of an animator or motion designer to promote your business or project. That's graphics.tv. And take Lisa's advice. Go check out Dickens. It's the coolest club in Calgary. And at dickensyyc.com, you can find out all the upcoming events and shows that are coming their way. Follow them on Twitch at dickensyyc for all their live streaming action. Matt Fisher suggests that you check out the Red Cross Blood Donor app. It's free and easy to use. You can find a location and schedule an appointment, donate your blood, and make a difference, all in a matter of minutes. Kate has a lovely website called CuraThreads.com where you can find all kinds of wonderfully cool products that feature Cura-inspired art created by Kate just for you guys. So go on over, get yourself something cool to wear for one of these upcoming shows at CuraThreads.com. And as always, keep your eyes peeled for 17-second shirts. That's Chaz's website, where he has the coolest and Cura designs waiting for you to pre-order. I recommend you follow him at 17_seconds on Instagram. There you can see his latest designs when they come up for pre-order. And then just go on over to the site, 17seconds.bigcartel.com, and lock that shit down. And, it'll be like a secret code when we see you guys at shows. If we see somebody with a 17-second shirt or a Cure Threads shirt on, we'll give you a little wink and a nod. We got you back. And finally, just, so you don't miss out on episodes of the Holy Hour podcast here, be sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere that you listen to podcasts, and follow us at the Holy Hour podcast on Instagram. And like our Facebook page, and you can get in on the discussions for each episode over there. And you're always welcome to just email me directly at gavinconnor@gmail.com for any comments, questions, concerns. Thanks again to our Patreon. Your contributions have made all this ticket buying bullshit possible, and it's deeply appreciated. I promise not to let you down with my first-hand accounts out there in the world of tour life. And anyone else out there, if you're curious, go check out patreon.com/The Holy Hour Podcast and see if you want to get in on the action. We would love to have you. This tour is going to be awesome, guys. It'll be here before we know it. I can't wait to see you out there. Talk hard.
Herr Jones. Schön, mein Herr. Weg. Tickets, please. Was? No ticket.